just about set to kick off here, and it's not a home game for either of these teams. Before we head down to the field for the coin toss, we'd like to remind you this game is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Both teams have sent their special teams onto the field, and we're ready for the opening kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 20. Makes it to the 22-yard line. So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field. And it's caught, and he's brought down quickly. He scrambled. Diving for extra yardage.
That was a great decision to take off. He saw a little bit of room open up, and he knew he could get to first.
He's pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line. The offense was pretty successful on that play there.
That was a very good passing play to get the ball downfield for a very nice gain and a first down.
This one will fall incomplete.
Not a great throw by the quarterback, but to be fair, that was pretty good coverage.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 46. Down after a nice run up the middle. Watch out. Oh, almost had a pick. Now it's 3rd and 6 coming up. Ball on the 30-yard line. Throws complete. He's got space to work. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tough time defending that one.
Brad, one of the things with this defense is you leave yourself vulnerable one-on-one coverage. Great throw by the quarterback and great speed by the receiver.
It makes for an easy completion when you've got a guy who's that wide open. He makes the PAT. A 9-play, 77-yard drive. And they add 7 points to the scoreboard. The score now, 7-0. Nice kick, plenty of distance. Wood has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep. Tackle made at the 22-yard line. The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. Caught with room to work, and he's taken down at the 31.
That's a gain of 9 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Complete. He's got room. And they finally push him out at the 43.
They found some seams in the coverage there. Let's see if the defense makes any adjustments to counter.
falls incomplete.
That's a miscommunication between a quarterback and a wide receiver right there. They need to get their signals straight.
Third down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. And off, it won't make it.
Great job here in shutting down the run. That's a real boost for this team.
Kicks away, and he just didn't have the leg for this one. And they come away empty-handed. So we'll change possession with a score, 7-0, Wyoming. The offense was able to punch it in the end zone on that last drive. They'll come back out looking for more of the same.
As long as this quarterback has time to throw, then you can guarantee that he'll find the open man.
Setting up play action. Good protection. Throws it deep. The defender had his hands on it, but it's incomplete. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line. Wyoming up 7 points. Pass complete and taken down immediately. Zips it to the back. And they make the stop at about the 49. Quick throw incomplete. Wano's receiver. 2nd down, 10 to go. Ball on the 49. Around the 48-yard line. Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 41. Sails it long.
As a defender, you want to keep your hands up. Maybe you can come away with a pick or at least deflect the ball.
That makes this work.
Wood is waiting for the snap. Room around the corner. And he's tackled at the 26. While they are behind, they know they can knock things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. Makes the catch and look out. Good open field tackle. To the tight end again, completes. Inside the 30. And down he goes. Around the 26-yard line.
He stood in there that time against the blitz. They were coming after him, but he showed the poise and was able to connect for a big game.
Here's the tight end at the first down. And again. A huge play, and now they're in a great position to score. Tackle at the 8.
The defense was just all over that play. It didn't fool anything.
Brings brings up a second and goal. Ball on the 8-yard line. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That makes this 3rd and goal.
Touchdown, BYU!
This is what an offensive lineman hopes for. An opportunity to impose his will on the defense.
The extra point to tie this game up. And he adds the extra point. A 6-play, 74-yard drive. And they come away with 7 points.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
We're even at 7 in this one. I don't think either team has a clear advantage so far. Let's see if they can make some plays and get a little separation. He gets hit out of bounds at the 27.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That makes it 6 and 8.
Now he tries to buy some time, and he's sacked. They get to the quarterback and end that play before it even got started.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face like that.
It's 3rd and 11. Ball on the 24. Gets it, he's in space. And he's tackled at about the 33-yard line. And that was a really well-played series by the defense.
Very nicely done here by the defense. They did a good job of keeping them in check on their side of the field.
Wood to punt. They'll bring it down at the 42-yard line.
I was really impressed with their last series. They came out with a focus on the passing game, and the offense got the job done. We'll see if they have the same strategy here.
Now he's flushed and they got it.
That'll make it 6 and 9.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. There's a strike complete. Brought down around the 43-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 8 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
That's a great tackle at the 43.
He made a really good move at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes all you need to do is throw off the defender's timing just a little bit at the start of the play.
He's taken down at the 26-yard line.
That's a gain of 17 on the play. 1st down.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Good for a gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Quick release, tight end, incomplete. They need about 3 yards to get the first down. Here on 3rd down. They'll bring it down at the 11-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 8 yards. 1st down.
outside the goal line.
That'll make it 2nd and inches.
Looks like someone got a head start on the line.
Ball start.
That penalty will move them back a bit.
Yeah, with so many young guys out there, it's bound to happen occasionally.
So they have a 2nd and 5 following the penalty. And he's taken down at about the 3-yard line. Canada gains around 3 yards on the run. He gets rid of this one.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
Brigham Young could take the lead with this field goal. Kicks up, and it is good.
And you got to think they're pretty happy with holding them to a field goal right there.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. He's to the 20. Tackle at the 26. You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry, and they make the stop at the 32. Open field. Tackle made at the 41. And he's knocked down immediately after the catch. He's hit and taken down. We've played 1 quarter. The Cougars in front, 10-7. Welcome back. Tight game here in the 2nd quarter as we begin play. He's on the run. He gets to about the 24-yard line. Fires out to his receiver, and they'll bring him down behind the line. That play was going nowhere.
You give a lot of credit to the defense here, recognizing pass and swarming to the receiver.
Here's the halfback, and he makes it out to about the 24-yard line. Stays in bounds to make a nice catch. Big opening. Nice play to set up 1st and goal. And he just gets rid of it. From the 1-yard line. 2nd down. Defense stacked in tight here. Touchdown, Wyoming!
This kid is a really reliable weapon. You definitely want the football in his hands near the end zone, and he showed you why right there.
He's splits the uprights with the extra point. So an 11-play, 73-yard drive, and it's good for 7 points. Wyoming gets set to kick this one away. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 20. Brought down at the 28.
Well, this is a very competitive game. Just when you think one team has gained the advantage or the momentum, the other team comes fighting back, and it's going back and forth. This is almost like a basketball game.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. And that one's incomplete. From their own 28-yard line. Second down. Under pressure. And he's tackled right away. Fires back to the tailback, but he can't bring it in. From their own 42-yard line, it's second down. And he's level at the 45. And he throws it away. From the 45-yard line, second down. Got it and brought down immediately. Man open, incomplete. Fourth down. They call on the kicker for a long field goal. Kicks away. And this is no good. He didn't have the leg for it. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Wyoming is up by 4. With a quick throw. And he's immediately tackled. Gets up to around the 28. Play fake, looking to run. And he's tackled in the open field. Throws quick to the receiver, and that falls incomplete. They're about 4 yards away here on third down. Quick throw out to the receiver. And down he goes at about the 11.
this anytime a defender tries to pick up a fumble and run with it instead of just falling on it. Man, did it work out for him here for a big-time play on the score.
So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team a 3-point lead with this extra point. And he hits the PAT. Brigham Young is ready to kick it away. Nice kick, plenty of distance. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. This offense has got to try to pull it all together now after the fumble cost them 6 points just moments ago.
They just gave the defense a gift by handing them the lead with that last interception. Now they've got to play from behind. I'm not sure the quarterback saw him when he was getting ready to pass because he stuck his paw right in the passing lane.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 25. Here comes the pressure. Tackle right around the 26-yard line. Tackle immediately. This is a great punt blocking team, and it looks like they're going to try to get to this one. It's away, and it's a booming punt. He's taken down on the 45-yard line. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Brigham Young is up a field goal. And on the throw, he caught it. And he's tackled at the 47. Now he's scrambling. Brought down around the 39-yard line. Quick throw, and he is drilled at the 28-yard line. The offense was pretty successful on that play there.
That was a very good passing play to get the ball downfield for a very nice gain and a first down. Here by the defense. If you let this quarterback sit and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got excellent pressure on that play.
From the 16-yard line, it's second down. It's on the ground. The defense has it.
A lot of guys in the defensive backfield are ball hawks, and the safety showed it there by pouncing on the football.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just one or two plays. Come in, but he's tackled back behind the line of scrimmage. It's second and 12. Ball on the 19-yard line. Throws completely stopped immediately. He's into the open 46-yard line. Slings it, and he's hit before he can go anywhere. Decent game there on the play by the running back, and that's enough for the first.
See, a man ran with some purpose there, picked up 6 yards.
And he's hit immediately. Gains his way to the 43-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. All on the 43-yard line. He fights forward to about the 43. It downfield. No, incomplete. 2 minutes left in the half. Wyoming is looking to tie things up. It's up. And it hits the crossbar. No good. They coughed up the pigskin the last time they had the ball. Let's see if they can hold on to it this time.
One general rule in any game is to hold on to the ball. If you're in the negative in the turnover department, your chances of winning decrease exponentially.
He's taken down at the 46-yard line. Brigham Young is up by 3. In the open. He steps out at midfield.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From midfield. 2nd down. Throws it in a hurry. And bring it down around the 40-yard line. The 40-yard line. 2nd down. Fires that quickly, incomplete.
That makes us 3rd and
10. You can chalk that one up to the hundreds of passes the quarterback has thrown to this receiver in practice. These guys know and trust each other, and you can see it in the way he threw that pass.
And he hits him hard at the 12. The Cougars use their 2nd timeout. From the 12-yard line, it's 2nd down. He's tackled right around the 10-yard line. Brigham Young holds a field goal lead. Scrambling around. It's picked up by the defense. big mistake, and this offense will lose possession of the football.
Sloppy job by the ball carrier. First and foremost, you should always be concerned about the ball.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Got a man in and out of his hands. Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 7. Throws to the receiver, incomplete.
That brings us 3rd and 10.
Knocked out of bounds. Around the 16-yard line. The punt upcoming, and they're going to come after this one. And he's taken down at the 49. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Tackle made at about the 41. Brigham Young has a 3-point lead. Pass incomplete, trying to get it to his receiver. It's 3rd down, they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks. Quick strike and he drops it. So it's 4th down. What do you think they're going to do here?
At this point in the game, they might as well go for it. They won't lose much field position if they don't get it, and they only have a couple yards to go.
He gets it up, and he just didn't have the leg for this one. And watch out, because they can return this. And they make the stop at the 22-yard line. From their own 22-yard line. 1st down. How about that throw?
That's a good pickup there. He just dropped back and delivered a nice throw.
We've played a half. The Cougars in front, 17-14.
Hi everybody, glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. David Pollock here in the studio as always to lend a little perspective to what just went down in the first 30 minutes. It's all about perspective. Everybody who loves offense loved that first half. Lots of big plays, explosive plays, offenses really got into the rhythm. But then there's the responsible opposing view finding all the things that went wrong on the defensive side.
Yeah, it's twofold. You know, there's an offense and there's a defense, and at some point,
I'm glad you've noticed that.
Yeah, well, I didn't notice it in the first half, but I wanted
one side in the first half.
I'd like to notice more of it in the second half, and it's as simple. When a wide receiver catches a slant at 7 yards and takes it 70, there's a problem. Somebody needs to hit the guy. Somebody needs to be a little bit physical. Somebody needs to be willing to tackle the guy and bring him to the ground. Too many missed tackles, too many explosive plays, and if you play defense like that, you should probably look in behind you and say, I think I'm going to get the other guy in because he's got to be better than this guy to start.
That'll do it here in the studio at halftime. We'll try to see if Pollock can bring a little energy in the second half. We've got a lot of games to watch, including yours. Brad and Kirk ready for the second half.
All right, Reese, David, thanks, guys. Just about set to start the third quarter. Excellent kick. He's to the 20. Tackle made to the 26-yard line. will take over here, ready to start a new series. Brigham Young is up a field goal. Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go. He's on the run, decides to slide. And down he goes, the 37-yard line. Throw to the tight end. And he's level at the 44-yard line. And he's tackled after 500 yardage. From their own 49-yard line. First down. That's a great tackle at the 49-yard line. Brigham Young is up by 3. Fine, big hit there to stop it. Game, but not enough for the first down.
That's a nice play there. They did everything right except get enough yards for the first down.
They call on the kicker for a long field goal. Kicks up, and it's no good. It lands short. So the freshman kicker is unsuccessful this time. Still, our score, 17-14, BYU. This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense. Nice run, and he's brought down. He makes it out to midfield. Quickly, it's picked off.
This safety always seems to be in the right place at the right time. It's no surprise that he comes up with the interception here.
From their own 32-yard line, it's first down. Tackle at the 40. Brigham Young holds a field goal lead. They try to get a head start there.
False start. You got to be careful to avoid these. Penalties are a great way to stall out a drive.
From their own 35-yard line, second down. Zips it to the tight end, and he's hit immediately. He ran a good route there and was able to pick up yards underneath the cover.
It's okay to move the ball in small portions because it relaxes the offense. It can open things up for the big play.
out to about the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a big-time stop by the defense. You know, Brad, one of the things that all defensive coordinators always try to emphasize is their ability to stop offenses on third down. That is a big stop, and I think it could have a lot to do with the outcome of this football game.
He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing. Hill gets the ball. He's pushed out of bounds around the 32-yard line. Here he goes. And he's tackled at the 45. He's in the 40, and he's immediately tackled. And he is drilled at the 38.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That brings us 2nd and 9.
Throws quick to the receiver, and it falls incomplete. Third down now. They need to get it down to the 30. Brought down at the 25. Quick out to his receiver, and he tackles him hard at the 20. They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down. This offense is trying to put the memory of that fumble on their last red zone trip behind them here. Watch out, he's going to get sacked. This is the 9th play of this drive. Gets it out quickly. He's taken down at about the 15-yard line. Tackled outside after a nice pickup. Makes it out to about the 5-yard line. They'll bring him down around the 4-yard line. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Initially, it was called a catch, but now we're going to find out for sure he'd be at least at 1 foot in and possession of the ball before he went out of bounds. So they're going to try to determine if the receiver had possession and was inbounds or not. Well, I know the receiver isn't too happy, but they got it right after the review. No catch. And here's the 14th play of the drive. The Cowboys wide out, had to leave the field with that injury. We don't want to speculate on how bad it is. No more football today.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense.
So with that penalty, they'll move the chains.
Man, that is frustrating for a defense when you think you've made a stop and then a flag gives them a first down.
It's first down. They'll be looking for 6 points here. They line up in the jumbo set. Touchdown, Cowboys. And once again, he finds the end zone. That's his second rushing touchdown of the game.
When they need a play, you usually know who's going to get the ball. Excellent run to put these guys up on top.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Wyoming is ready to kick it away. Nice kick, plenty of distance. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Wyoming's continuing to play extremely tough defense. This has been impressive.
It's just been impressive to watch them play with such an attitude, almost a chip on their shoulder with the energy that they're playing with. I think it's going to require that kind of effort to be able to win this game.
This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense.
Good job here by the defense. If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got excellent pressure on that play.
From their own 25-yard line, it's second down. And a quick throw. And he's taken down at the 42-yard line. Slings it, and he hits him hard at the 38-yard line. Gets to about the 37-yard line. The halfback picks up a yard.
Just a great job here by the defender of timing the hit and getting him down.
Completed, he can't shake the defense. Makes the catch and look out. He's tackled around the 11-yard line.
That makes it first and 10.
Rosen is caught for the touchdown. And did that play ever develop nicely?
Well, it's all about the receiver on this play. He beat his man off the line and then ran a perfect route. All he had to do after that was make the catch.
And the secondary didn't quite seem alert enough to defend that pass. So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team a 3-point lead with this extra point. And he adds the extra point. So that's a 7-play, 75-yard drive. And they come away with 7 points.
Brad, I love these kind of drives. They're old school, grind it out, and earn the yards. It just ripped the heart right out of that defense.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Both teams have really answered the bell here in the third quarter.
It's exciting to see what these offenses have been able to do here. Being able to come out and score in your first drive tells you a lot about what they did during the half.
Let's find out if the defense has made any adjustments after giving up a touchdown on that last drive.
Great passing was the key for the offense the last time they had the ball. They were able to pick apart the defense and get down the field for a touchdown. Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
It's second and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line. Tackle after a decent run up the gut. And he's hit before he can go anywhere.
better job of looking off defenders and allow his covered receivers some room to improvise and get free.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line. Quick throw, incomplete, one of his receiver. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they just couldn't connect on the pass there. That was a very good stand by this defense.
That'll make it 4th and 10.
Wood to punt. Tackle at the 23-yard line. Wyoming not going to back down from anybody, really, I guess, at least not today.
No, not today. They played with a chip on their shoulder. They stood toe-to-toe with the big boys, and I don't think they're finished yet. I was really impressed with their last series. They came out with a focus on the passing game, and the offense got the job done. We'll see if they have the same strategy here.
And they get nice yardage on that run. So at the end of 3, BYU in front, 24-21. Back to the action here. Tight ball game in the 4th quarter. Brigham Young has a 3-point lead. Throws falling back and got his man. And they make the stop at the 40-yard line. Stays in bounds and made a nice catch.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Short pass, middle of the field. Tackle made at the 43-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
He gets rid of this one. They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down. And down he goes at the 36. To about the 34-yard line. And he's stopped behind the line. We're at play number 9 of this current drive. Brigham Young is up a field goal. And he's level at the 33. 4th down. They're going to try a long field goal here. It's up. No good. He hooked it left. You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. They get it out there on the toss. He tackles him for a loss. from their own 32-yard line. Second down. Man, oh, what a hit. Throws to the receiver, incomplete. 3 plays and no first down, and now it's decision time for this offense.
Well, the defense did what they had to do so far. They're showing a lot of heart out there.
Wood is the punter. He's taken down at the 29-yard line. And what a game it's been for this quarterback.
Well, this is an example of this quarterback just really being able to go out and show his competitive spirit. And each time he plays, he puts that out on display.
We'll see what else he has in store for this defense as they look to tack on more points. This is a pretty crucial series right here with things being so tight. Your best players have to step it up on both sides of the ball. He's got it with room to run. Tackle at about the 37-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Brigham Young is up by 3. And he's tackled at midfield. Swings it out left to the halfback. That's a great tackle at the 46-yard line.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. Down at the 32. Throws incomplete, intended for his wideouts.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 32-yard line, it's second down. They bring the quarterback down.
That'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Defense hoping for another sack here on 3rd and long. There's a strike complete. And he is drilled at the 35-yard line. Brigham Young holds a field goal lead. Kicks away. That's a tough break there for the kicker. So the score is still 24-21 BYU. Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. Throws completely stopped immediately.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
The ball is loose. Looks like the offense has it. And they get him in the backfield for a loss. So the the question here is whether or not his knee hit the ground before the ball came out. And the booth is going to take a few looks at this to see whether or not the ball came out before he was down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So after review, they decide that this call should be reversed. It's 3rd down and 6 to go. Ball on their own 39. He's taken down around the 46-yard line. Quick out to his receiver, and he tackles him hard at the 44-yard line. So it's 2nd down, and they're only about a foot away from picking up the 1st down. Just under 3 to go in regulation. Fires quick to an open man, he dropped it. Sweep left. They'll get him for a loss. Fourth down, and the offense is still on the field. And he's hit immediately. There was some movement on the line.
Sometimes what happens on a false start is a lineman will see movement on the other side of the ball and be coaxed into jumping early.
So the penalty makes it 1st and 15. Looks quick to his tight end, and he can't hang on. It's the 9th play of the drive. Scrambling around. Slides down to the ground. A 5-yard quarterback scramble. Zips it to the tight end. They'll bring it down at the 23. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the field goal unit here. Just under 2 to go in the game. The kick is up, and it's good.
You know, I give kickers a lot of credit, but you have to have nerves of steel to make a kick like that.
They line up to kick this one away. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. He gets out to about the 22-yard line. We might have overtime in the back of our minds, but down on the field, that hasn't occurred to anyone. They want to end this thing in regulation. And he's taken down around the 31-yard line. Gets it out quickly. He's tackled at the 39-yard line. Tight end, incomplete. From their own 39-yard line. 2nd down. And he's hit immediately. a stop at about the 49. Six it out to his runner. He's got him again. Tackle made at the 39. Under a minute left in the game. Looks for the tight end, but they can't hook up. And this is the 8th play of the drive. He's on the run, and they got him. Slings it, and down he goes, right around the 18-yard line. The Cougars will use their first time out of the half. It's the 11th play of the drive. Canada, it's a carry left side. Nice run there as they work the outside. Brigham Young will have one timeout remaining. First and 10. Ball on the 13. Makes it to the 12-yard line. The Cougars, they're going to have to call their third and final timeout. The kick is away, and it splits the uprights. If they field the kick here, a touchdown return is their only chance at victory. Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Late in the fourth quarter in a one-possession game, and poise is what it's all about here. Who's going to have it and who won't? So this is it right here. One last play and one last chance to win the game. If they can get the Hail Mary, they'll pull out the miracle win. Missed it! And the ball game's over, and our final score in this one, 27-24, Cougars. That's it for this presentation of NCAA Football 14. For Turf Street, I'm Brad Nussler saying thanks, and we'll see you soon.